On Sex Positive Me, we explore all aspects of sex and relationships, ranging from fetishes and BDSM to ethical non-monogamy and LGBTQ issues. Sex Positive Me destigmatizes sexual practices and relationships while reconciling reality with myth and misconceptions. Our goal is to educate, entertain, and be advocates of sexual freedom. And now here's your hosts, Angelique and John Luna.
Happy New Year! It's yes, Angelique Luna here with my husband, Survivor, and...
Survivor?
Yes, Jancy Luna.
I like being a survivor. I want to do more than survive. But I definitely want to say one thing. It is a new year. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a wonderful year. And I'm not even going to ever mention the C word. We all know what that is. The biggest cock blocker of the last 100 years. We're done. Because I had it and it sucked and now it's over.
It was miserable. It was a miserable experience for us because, you know, we are touchy-feely. We're very, like, huggy, caressing each other, touching each other. And for 14 days, we could not.
Not at all.
We were on opposite ends of the house. I just got a food request order. I would just knock on the door and say, order up table 1. And he would come pick up his food while I had to run across the other way in order to serve him, which was not fun. Not at all.
But you did a wonderful job taking care of me.
Oh, I always do. That is a given. I make sure I go above and beyond. But fortunately, I never got it. So I don't know how this affected only us because almost every other couple that we've talked to, they both have it.
Yeah, usually if one gets it, the other one has it, which I'm not sure how because we spend all of our time together. I mean, except for bathroom time. But
that's not our kink.
No, that isn't our kink. Not that we're judging. But
we never judge.
But you didn't get it. I'm very happy you didn't get it. And now I will say I had side effects for
3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks. It was like it lasted up to like close to New Year's.
Yeah.
Because you still had it at Christmas.
Oh, I was getting tired. It wasn't that I was contagious. I had tested negative, but the ongoing effects was, first of all, the strangest thing, I didn't want to have sex, which never happens.
Nope.
Back me up, baby.
Oh, yeah, I know. But you were also feeling miserable, too, because you got hiccups and you couldn't keep anything down. So we honestly thought he had food poisoning at first. But then we came to find out he had the rare 1% syndrome of like hiccups, food poisoning, vomiting. So we're like, oh, okay. So he got the rare versions of symptoms. I mean, never lost his sense of taste or smell. So that was good.
I think I was lucky. It's over. It's done. It is a new year. And I'm not going to pretend that just because the number changed, everything magically goes back to normal. But we are going to go ahead and just I won't say forget about, because we're still cautious.
Yes, we are.
We're still going to play it smart, but I can't do any more looking and being super at home, super worried. I'm going to try to live a brighter new year, and I have lots of goals this year.
Yes, we did screen Jumanji at midnight. So
we did Jumanji.
We did Jumanji, so we're hoping for the reset button.
But this is the first year in a very long time. We stood home for New Year's.
No, we stood home two years ago after my surgery.
You had surgery, but
right.
This year we stood home. We sat on the couch, and it was really weird watching because we switched between the 3 channels that were broadcasting the New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
What was it, ABC, NBC, or CBS? Regardless.
No, Fox. It was Fox, ABC, NBC, and CNN, which I came to find out that was a channel to watch because apparently they were both drunk off their asses on live TV.
That was great. There were almost no people there.
None.
But they always wanted people in the background, so they got so close that you can flip between the channels and watch the other newscaster in the background of the other broadcast. So apparently they had 100 people there all in one little area to where all the camera angles kept catching each other.
It was kind of funny. I love Fox's rendition with Kelly Osbourne. Usually I'm not so much of an Osbourne fan, but after all the crazy stunts they had her do, making fun of the other what do you call it? National syndicated stations. It was hysterical. She loved it. She pranked everybody.
I thought she was drunk.
No, she was sober.
Who was drunk? Anderson Cooper.
Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen. I think that's the guy's name. Yeah.
I lasted 5 minutes on that because their conversation went to doing acid. And apparently one of them was telling Anderson Cooper, I guess Cohen, was telling
Cohen.
Cooper that when this broadcast is over, we're doing acid. And I thought, dear God, his career is over.
His career should have been over the minute they said New Year's Eve with Cohen, with Andy Cohen. And it was just like, ugh, I can't stand that guy. But he's also one of the, I think he's the creator of the Housewives. Like, he's besties with every housewife. I'm like, okay, there is so many different versions of the Housewives. I don't even know which one, to do. There's Atlanta, Beverly Hills, New Jersey.
But our favorite, Housewives of Orlando, which is the spoof.
That is such the spoof. So if you ever want to watch it, it's on Hulu. They still had 2 seasons of it. The Housewives of Orlando and then the Housewives of Las Vegas, which is spoofed off because some of the characters from Orlando moved over to Vegas. And that was just hysterical. It just really took, the Housewives comedy to the next level. I just loved it. So.
Well, to get a little bit back more on our sex-positive topic.
Okay.
We were home on New Year's. We did play it safe. However, we did go to a limited person house party on Friday, the next day.
It was a private house party. Invite only.
But it was nice because there was only, about 12 people? It wasn't, maybe about 12, 13 people. It wasn't much more than that. Most couples, and it was a bisexual, specifically male bisexual party. Mm-hmm. So actually all of the men there were either bi-curious or bisexual.
But everyone was bi-friendly, accepting. That is one of their rules. If you see 2 men having sex that makes you feel uncomfortable, then please don't attend our party again. We say it out front door from the beginning of the invite that this is a bi-friendly, bisexual party. And that means both men and women or transgender or whichever you identified as. But if you're bisexual or pansexual, you're accepted.
It was nice. We met we did a lot of talking. You went on because it does do different parties, this house. There was a St. Andrew's cross, and you got beaten well.
Yes, I did until your arm fell off.
Yeah, I need to switch it out. I actually had the bigger, heavier acrylic handles, so my arm did get tired. My arm got tired from flogging you before you got tired of being flogged.
Exactly. So next time we have to take alternating floggers, so that way you go light, heavy, light, heavy. But see, I like the heavy floggers because they're nice and soft on me. They're I don't know.
You like the thuds, the thumping.
I don't think it was the thumping. It's the leather material. I don't know. That one has that nice thin, like it has a fluffy feeling to that.
Well, the ones you like are they're much thinner.
Thinner, that's why.
Is what it is. My other floggers are thicker, and you like the thin one, but you definitely like the thumping, the thudding on you.
It's a nice back massage without you putting your hands on me.
So we went to the party. I flogged you within 30 minutes of getting there, and then you passed out.
Yeah, I passed out for an hour. It was a good flogging session. I was in my subspace. I was so good. And when he finally, I think he was whispering, but it sounded like he was yelling at the top of his lungs that I just jumped. I'm like, dude, you took me out of subspace. I was fine.
No. I walked over and I very quietly said, "Are you okay?" And you jumped up like I just set off an air horn by your head.
Exactly. Did I just not explain that I think you said it quietly, but it came across very loudly?
So after that, I retreated off into the...
you were in the hot tub.
It's like a 12-person hot tub. It was awesome. And I was there with a bunch of other couples and, a trio, and we all hung out. And then what's nice is for these parties, which it's been a while since we've done house parties. Everyone, it's what do you call those? Potlucks.
Potlucks, yes.
Everyone brings some food.
But everyone brought the same ham and cheese tray. I mean, I counted 4.
However, there were leftover from apparently other house parties they had, because I had some really good chocolate chip cookies and brownies.
Oh, yeah, they had tons of dessert. Oh, yeah, that's from their New Year's Eve party. Because remember, we went New Year's Day, so they had
they had it from the night before.
From the night before, so yeah, that was the thing.
But it was nice. It had a pool. They were outdoors, and the people were fantastic. I did get to play a little. Met a nice, lovely couple.
We actually went out to dinner with that couple.
We did. We did. We actually went out early and had dinner beforehand.
Yeah, and it was kind of a unique place that we went to. It was the Rib House in Lakeland, because they had everything literally on the menu. And
I was expecting a different atmosphere, because it's not a bad place by any means.
No. It was very cheap too, and the food quality was amazing.
But they had, like, what do you want? Ribs, a burger, sushi,
Thai food.
Oh, I mean, I get the feeling there's like 30 people in the kitchen. Because I have a hard time believing that's all from one chef.
I don't know. It could be because, they just recycle the same ingredients and just create, 300 million options there. I mean, the menus were huge, and it was, 5 pages? Like, these weren't
yes, they were big. It basically was like a New York diner menu. It just went on forever.
Okay, for some of our folks who are in New York diners, the Cheesecake Factory menu. That's exactly what it was, but a little bit more like
half the price.
A third of the price actually, especially with the sushi and yeah. So,
but here's the thing: we went to dinner before the party,
right?
So we knew we couldn't binge eat. So I had a sushi roll and some edamame. What'd you have?
We both had ginger salad. I also had a sushi roll and the edamame too.
So we kept it light, knowing an hour or two later we were going to play. But that's definitely a place, and I don't know how late they are, you would definitely go to after a play party and just be like, give me one of everything.
Yeah, but no, they were actually only open till like 10 or 11. So it's not definitely, that's probably one of those, like, you probably order the food and take it to go to the party.
But it was a fun party.
It was a fun party.
I had a really great time.
Yes.
Got to spend some time. A little too chilly for the pool, but the hot tub was good.
Yes. Yeah, they don't have a heated pool. That's the bummer.
They had a heated pool. It actually is, but apparently the heater, the what do you call it? It's a pump that goes into the solar panels. It wasn't on that day for some reason. I think it was because last night they probably ran it for New Year's and no one forgot to turn it on today during the day.
Oh, and plus the water was low too, so they forgot to add water to the pool.
Well, there's probably a story behind that. The water was low because of the people in the pool on New Year's.
Right.
Which probably wasn't as much social distancing. That's why we kind of waited a day and went for the smaller party.
Yeah, the smaller party was nice. So, like I said, 12 people. We all had a great time. We all, got along, talked to each other. So, I recommended it to our bisexual male group, our BML group on Facebook. If you like to join, make sure you fill out the questionnaire and we will approve you. So, be friends with John C. Luna on Facebook, and that is how you could get into the group. And I did tell our group members that it is like a get-together. So they're like, well, is it a lifestyle? Well, yes, it is, but it's no pressure. So you could either go and play or talk the whole night with a couple people, because I know there's the Triad has been there a couple times, but they haven't really played with anybody, but they've just enjoyed, talking and getting to know people.
Well, that's something I see is sometimes we have people who play with everyone, and they're there for the play, and we've met some people of all ages that just like to socialize because we're fun.
That they could be themselves, and don't have to worry about judgment. And I think that was the thing with the Triad, because they come from very, very, very small towns in Florida, because I even know it because I drove them, 30 years ago when I was in the hospitality industry.
Tiny town.
These are tiny towns. Like we're talking that your whole K through 12 is in the same building and you have a graduating class of 20.
Oh.
So, yeah. Yeah, they're in that kind of mom.
I thought that was like like 90s Midwest. Ooh, okay. Well, no judgment.
No judgment. That's why, they're still kind of like I don't want to say rough around the edges as the term, but precautious. They're very precautious in regards because of that small town mentality and very Southern Baptist upbringing, church. So yeah, I understand where you're coming from. And, we sat, and then when they found out we're podcasters, we're, sex coaches and educators, turned into like a coaching session. So,
Oh, it was a fun one though.
yeah, it was explaining all the different, from our hormones and therapy, and why do I get turned on by my partners but not by somebody else. And I'm like, it could be, sapiosexual, that you need to be stimulated either intellectual or emotional. It's like things like that. They don't teach you in, Funk Town.
No, but it is, truthfully, I grew up in New York City, and obviously millions of people, everybody, well, doesn't matter who knows you, there's always more people. But in living in a very small town, I understand that it's very much everyone knows everyone. And to be in an alternative lifestyle in a very small town has its...
challenges?
Oh, that's a perfect word for it.
That's the only politically correct word I could say.
Challenges.
Because everyone knows your business, it's like, even if you had the internet and you had cable television and all these fun things, they will still learn to, congregate together and talk about each other's business and be in each other's business. So I'm like, there's more to life than my business to your business.
We don't prescribe to the machismo.
Or patriarchy.
Yeah. It's, but on another note, we do have several, well, I don't know if it's updates, but plans. You mentioned something, and it was a word I hear of sometimes, a vision board.
Vision board.
Tell me more.
Vision board is basically the old school way, and apparently now it has become digitalized, is that you get a whole bunch of magazines, and you cut up the magazines, glue it on this board, the things that you want to see. For example, past vision boards that I've used, Disney Cruise Line, career goals, money goals, marriage. That was for some people. I never put that on my vision board. It was never a thought in my mind.
It just happened.
It happened. That one just happened. But
I was there. I'll say it did happen.
Things that you want to manifest in the year. And, try to keep you motivated of what your goals and desires are. So I'm thinking one of my vision boards is probably traveling again, getting paid for work, or, maybe be a celebrity author, traveling. I know I keep putting Paris up there, but I gotta make sure it's Paris, France, and not Paris, Las Vegas. Not that I have anything wrong against it, but I've just already been to Paris, Las Vegas twice, maybe 3 times.
Well,
a lady.
When you mentioned this, it brought up a thought for me, and I thought of myself, and I want to hear it from you. What would be your 2021 relationship and sexual vision board, if you had one? Because it sounds like something that obviously we think about sex a lot. Yes. We have the podcast on it. A lot of people also think about sex a lot. But what is it you really want, and what is your path to accomplishing that?
That is a good one. I know intimacy is a big one. We do quite a bit of it. Cuddling.
Cuddling is the one thing we do have lots of.
Yes, and we do consider that currency in this household.
But never withheld.
Well, you did last night because I tickled you.
No, you continued to tickle me even when I was offering a safe space by lifting my arm up so you lay into it. And what'd you do? You stuck your fingers in there and started tickling it.
So I got my cuddle privileges taken away for a few hours.
They're back.
Yeah, the first thing this morning. I knew it. I knew you couldn't go longer than that. But intimacy, explaining that to people and knowing that it's more than just sex, that it could be intellectual, it could be emotional.
It's definitely, in my opinion, leads a lot more. What I would like more of is arousal. Mm-hmm. And a higher level of arousal. And I'm going to say right off the bat, our sex life is great. We have it regularly. Both emotionally, constantly touching. I mean, in the kitchen, I'm constantly grabbing your ass.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm grabbing your ass there.
But also, we've done, for the past year and a half, I've done hormone therapy. For the past 6 months, you've done hormone therapy. Right. So our sex drive has gone up. But as far as like a sexual vision board, and I'm going to speak for me on this one, in general, it's a better sex life, but I'm trying to break down what that would mean to be specific. And what I want to do is explore better, deeper relationships. We both have play partners.
Yes.
And I think both play partners as well as a circle of friends to do more social things with. Again, when I say relationships, I'm not talking just sexual and play. I am going out there, and I'm going to say friends in this too. But obviously the friends that we prefer to hang out with are the ones that we don't have to hide the open bisexual marriage and have to explain all the kinky stuff.
Right. Also business relationships too. Because I think we need to expand more on our business so that way we are, paying our bills and having the lights on and continuing with this podcast.
True.
Yeah.
I know, and we're working on that as well. But I'm trying to get more specific to give our listeners some idea of what they want, and give them ideas of what they want to work towards. Because, like I said, obviously we have a few play partners. We go out on dates. Definitely
better communication skills.
Yes, definitely better communication skills. Better communication and intimacy. How would I put this? Socially, I would like to see some of my play partners with us more socially into dinners and having fun and just overall enjoyment. You know that kind of everyone on the same page. Not that anything ever is hidden communication-wise between us, and that is an important thing.
You mean like friends?
Friends. We need more friends.
Wait, no, I'm talking the show friends.
Oh, the show friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like
that's
friends
kind of
that occasionally have an orgy.
Yes.
That's what we need.
I think they did, but they never showed that because it was too much of a comedy series. But yes.
I don't know. I see Courtney Cox cock blocking that. But in my opinion, like David Schwimmer. Oh, yeah. Shit. I could see his character in, like, I'm in, heartbeat, like that. Yep. Where?
Oh, no. That was Matt LeBlanc's character. Oh, Joey? Yeah, Joey.
So if the six friends had an orgy,
yep,
which guy would be the first to grab the other guy's ass, and who would it be?
I would totally think it would be Joey grabbing Chandler's ass.
Really?
Yes.
I was seeing what's David Schwimmer's character?
Ross.
I could see Ross grabbing Matt LeBlanc's ass.
Joey's ass?
Yes. Because Joey does have a fantastic ass because he's a model. He's an actor. He's got to have a fantastic ass.
No brain, but yes, everything else, yes.
Yeah, we're talking the characters, not the actors.
Not the actors, okay? So it's just the characters.
Ooh, that could be our sequel show. More Than Friends.
More Than Friends. Okay. Where we talk about Gotham Institute's 5 love... No, that's somebody else's, the 5 love languages. But the... oh, God, what's the house? The house... I can't think of it right now. It's late night. We're recording this, so yeah.
I can't help you. But I do want to see, and again, for our listeners to poke the ideas, what is your 2021 sex and relationship vision board? And
or would you be interested if we hosted a sex and relationship vision board party?
Ooh, class. We could do somewhat online, somewhat in person.
Yeah, we'll do it like digital because some people were doing Canva and picking the pictures from Canva as their digital vision board.
You're not allowed to get all your pictures from Pornhub. I'm going to go out here and just say it needs to be a lot more than that.
And none of these rom-com from Lifetime channels either.
Oh, jeez. All right, I'm just going to say it. Wonder Woman 1984 was a romantic comedy disappointment.
I had to explain to John what rom-com was, so.
No, it's sort of like...
It was a bad rom-com.
You know what it was? It was like when you go to the video store, we'll go back when there was video stores, and you're looking for hardcore, but you accidentally grabbed the wrong video, and you ended up with softcore porn. And you're like, wait, where'd it go?
I don't think it was softcore porn. I think it was rated PG and not a 13.
Well, obviously, but every time it started to get action, like, this is going to be a great fight. No. We never got those great fights.
No, and I think the ending credits, you got to see, if you haven't seen it, go to the very, very end credits. That's what saves the movie for me. But other than that, I'm like, no, just no. I was disappointed because it was saying everything was the same except I get whoever wrote the screenplay sucked. Sorry. Continue on. What else do we? So, we are going to want to maybe open suggestion box for people to write in what they would like to hear from us or what they want to, ask us questions. Because, drum roll please, we're finally launching officially our Patreon. Yes, you can finally support us legally now.
Whoa, legally? As opposed to those, Mexican pesos we were getting paid earlier through the cartels? No.
I got busted for that. John did not like the pesos because, 1 peso equals like 10 cents. So, yeah.
Well, no, get me wrong. I love Mexico. Every time I go to Mexico, I have a great time. But I still have to chuckle when I go to Starbucks and my coffee costs like $35.
35 pesos.
But they don't say pesos. They put the little dollar sign in front of it.
That was the peso sign.
It's the pesos dollar sign?
Yes.
Well, it all confused me. So I took pictures of it and sent it in, and people were like, where the hell? That's worse than Portland. Those prices are god-awful.
But, here's the funny part. In Mexico City, there is literally a Starbucks on every corner block in Mexico City.
That is a place I could live happily.
Happily there. I wouldn't mind. I want to go back to Mexico City. I miss the food.
You know what? Earlier this week we played Lotto, and we never play Lotto. But it was like 300 and some odd million Powerball, and we're sitting here about the things we could do with that money. I want a Starbucks inside an adult resort.
I just want an adult resort that is lifestyle friendly to all lifestyles. We're talking the kink, the BDSM, the furries, the swingers, the cosplayers that have convention space. That's one of my intentions. I don't want to run it. I just want it to exist. If that makes sense.
Well, convention space, it's very hard because a lot of conferences, especially the last 2 years, have lost their convention space intentionally. Some were intentionally done where they snuck in another group before the signing date. Anyway, it was very, very immoral.
Yeah.
But there's been some great sex positive and kink conferences that don't have places to go to anymore. And I think if your idea is great, if we could find a hotel with convention space to host, imagine one kink and sex positive and cosplay and furry convention after the other. Oh God, what a place that would be. I would need to move in.
Yes, open-mindedness. I knew a resort, but unfortunately the resort has decayed over the last 10 years, and to try to bring it up to code and build it, it would probably take millions and millions of dollars.
So if you have millions and millions of dollars and you like what you're hearing, let us know.
Jeff Bezos, if you hear this podcast, please.
You do realize, he could fulfill all our dreams with approximately 6 hours of the interest made on his current money.
Well, that's perfectly fine. I could tell you the location, the hotel, and everything, and it will be in the back door of Disney. Back door.
That's the perfect... Hey, back door of Disney. Ha ha, double entendre.
It is. It will be perfect. Absolutely. So...
Well, we're going to revisit this episode a year from now because I want to see if this vision board takes place. Take these goals. But I recommend, we say we are a sex positive podcast. Write them down. Think about them. Get those 2021. I got to say that slowly
2021 intentions and goals. And it's setting the intentions. I'm not doing any more of this... Resolutions. There's nothing to resolve at this moment because guess what? Yes, we understand 2020 was a shit show. We get it. 2021 is going to be flippin' amazing. We're going to create realistic intentions on how we want our life to be. Healthy, happy, sexually fulfilled, and overly communicated. Because, a selfish lover makes the best lover. And you think about it, and you're like, that does not make sense. Well, it does. Because a selfish lover will give you directions, will tell you what's right or wrong, tells you what's good or bad. And that will enhance everyone's experience. Do you agree, my love?
Totally. Sometimes you need to go ahead and it's hard sometimes for people to be selfish because we're told not to be. But sometimes with your lover, go ahead, or lovers, go ahead and say, okay, this night I'm going to be the selfish one. Because what you're going to do is you're going to say exactly what you want that you normally don't say. And chances are that the other person or persons is going to learn things about you like, I didn't know you liked that. Because so many couples we talk to have like something that they'll discover over time that one party didn't bring it up because they didn't think the other party would like it. Mm-hmm. And the other partner wanted it but didn't bring it up because they thought the other partner wouldn't like it. So there's something they both would have liked that they both didn't do, and it's their own damn fault.
Right. And the fear of being judged by your partner, even if you've been in a long committed relationship. I mean, we know people 10, 15, 25 years and they never ask the other anything because they were afraid to be shamed or rejected or ridiculed, and we're like, whoa.
There's definitely those taboo subjects that we fear will be judged for, even by our closest partner. And unfortunately, that leads to a breakdown in communication.
A lot. And that's why we always say just be upfront. And if it's no, then discuss it. Discuss why, you know? And there just has to be some logical reasoning. And if it's, you can't just say no just because I said so. No, because there's more to it. And I'm not saying, write a whole novel about it, but just explain this makes me feel uncomfortable or this hits my insecurity. These are the reasons. And then that gives your partner a better understanding of where you're coming from other than no. That doesn't solve anything.
The no definitely gives a tone of judgment, but I sometimes feel that unresolved no leaves that thing in their mind where it's like no with anyone or no with just me. Right. So it kind of resolves it, but at the same time, I'm from the other. I speak from the other end of it. That if something is your partner's hard no, respect it. Respect the fact that if they're not into X. And it could be getting dressed up as a furry. It could be puppy play. It could be water sports. It could be public sex. Whatever it is, again, respect it, but work towards it and find out if there's, my best part, a substitute. Because a lot of times there are.
Or alternative. I don't like substitute. Alternative way.
Alternative,
yes. I like that better.
But if you explore it, an example being, let's just say you were a voyeur, and I wasn't into it. Most importantly, because I didn't want to see kids walk out, or maybe get arrested because I have a nice job. However, being a voyeur at a swinger club doesn't touch my fears, gets her satisfied. It is a wonderful alternative.
Right, or create your first fight as a couple.
Yes, we did that. However, new year, new goals, and we're being very ambitious. We actually already have 6 classes between now and March.
Yep.
We are going to be very active. I think we should go ahead and commit to 52 episodes.
52 episodes, okay.
1 per week, every Tuesday.
Yes.
And I know the next 3 weeks we have interviews already planned.
Right. And is there anyone that you're interested or curious to know about? Let us know. And we will find the person to talk about your topic or the person.
Well, I'd say let's get specific. If you're on Instagram, we just changed our name.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Instagram and a lot of social media channels, because the laws are changing, has, I won't say banned, but they've been flagging stuff and pulling Instagram accounts left and right.
Yeah, we finally hit 5,000. We're like, yay! And when the new terms of service came out, our Instagram dropped significantly. They were like,
we lost
great.
about 40 people immediately.
And they were like, great. And then, we heard through other social media channels or from other people, so-and-so's account got shut down, so-and-so. And we're not talking like maybe 1,000. We're talking like over 20K, 20,000 followers, up to someone had 180,000 followers.
Oh, that one hurt.
That one hurt. So, well, yeah, it's all their contact. I was just like, oh, that hurts so much. And so we changed ours to SPM the Lunas because since we do every other Tuesday, date night with the Lunas, our next one is coming up. Do you have the date there, babe? Or
it's next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Well,
Well, next Tuesday. It's a week from today when this episode is released. So the
January 12th.
However, we used to have the handle Sex Positive Me because we have sex in the name. We started getting a lot of slack and preemptively changed it to SPM the Lunas so we don't get cut off.
Right.
Because our measly 5,000 followers had taken us a lot of work to get there.
Yeah.
So where we were starting with this is if you have any suggestions, topics, or things you want to hear about, drop us a line on Instagram. That's the best way to reach us because it goes to both our phones.
So this is our Twitter account, and our Twitter account's still Sex Positive Me.
Well, we'll see. Right now, Twitter is very sexually accepting. There's porn on Twitter.
Yeah.
There is no porn on Instagram.
Yeah, no. But Twitter will still be the Wild Wild West, and they'll still accept us. Oh, but then there's also a new channel, pleaseme.com, that is a sex-positive social media site. So it is not a dating site. It is a social media platform where all our uncensored videos are on there. So you could see John's penis get shot with a needle and my vulva get shot with a needle too. Oh, I cringe, but it's to educate you.
You get to see us go through hormone therapy for educational purposes. You make it sound like a horror show.
It hurt. It was painful.
It did. But how'd it work out for you?
How did it work out for you?
Don't answer a question with a question.
It's the jaws of life on his penis. That's the best way to explain the tightness of it.
Yes. You've gotten tighter. You are a beautiful woman in your 40s, and you have gotten tighter and wetter since the procedures.
Yes. And he's woken up many of times with me on top of him, and I was like, it's okay. I just need to take care of an itch. Go back to sleep. It's okay. I'll make you come. You don't waste morning wood. Just remember that. Do not waste morning wood.
We'll be giving you full updates of our hormone treatment on YouTube with explicit pictures on Please Me. But it's been a hell of an experience being in my late 40s now and having the wood of a 21-year-old.
Yes. But the energy too, because it's helped with your workout and gaining muscle. So.
Oh, yeah. I'm losing weight. We're both losing weight.
Yeah, I know. I'm like the lowest I have been in more than 15 years. No.
Yeah.
No, longer than that.
You are lower now than when we met. You weigh less now than when we met 11 years ago.
Yeah, so actually this weight was like before I had my daughter, so we're talking like 20 years ago. Yeah.
Well, and I've been dropping as well and exercising every morning. So
yeah, I'm a work in progress. Yeah.
But you're losing the weight.
I'm losing the weight, but yeah, I need to work out more and get my cardio and my heart rate up, and then not to mention also yoga. So, because I have to keep up with my yoga if I want to be continually roped.
And bent in half and put your legs behind your head and do nice sexual things to you.
Right.
Yes.
To be suspended. That's what people need to understand. You have to be flexible or have your muscles stretch before you do any roping.
That's true. That is definitely true.
And then it's not just for like show, but it's for safety.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also definitely with sex. Mm-hmm. Even for me, I'm versatile, but when I bottom, the yoga has definitely helped me out, and the stretching has definitely helped me out infinitely to keep positions a hell of a lot longer and a hell of a lot deeper.
And giving you a nice squatty ass.
Yes, I love squats. Squats are wonderful things.
Yes, gives him his nice little bubble butt that everyone loves and adores.
So, I think this was a good first episode.
It's a very first episode, yes.
So, the first new episode of 2021. We're looking forward to many more.
Many more. So, yes. And keep up with our newsletter. We will be sending those out shortly this week. And also our classes.
Yes, we actually have 2 classes coming up in January for Fairville University. Go check those out. They are our rope 201, in which case we're doing some really cool stuff. It's specifically going to be a roping class, though. Mm-hmm. We've done bondage 201. This is going to be specifically rope. And we're also going to be doing a Tantra 101 class, which will lead up to, in March, a Tantra sex 201 class.
Tantric sex.
Tantra sex. We're going to talk about how Tantra relates to sex, and specifically the relationship between Tantra and sex and how to use it to benefit your sex life.
The energetic exchange of energy between two people to create that universal orgasm that you don't even have to touch each other.
No, I like the touching. Don't get me wrong, you can do it, but I'm very much into the touching, but I love the meditation.
You just ruined my little
I did not.
It's like I was trying to do like those commercials, like, the explosions and the more, out of this world commercial, and you just.
If this was video, I would have had you just starting to float at that moment off your chair and put a nice little glow around you to angels singing.
Exactly. We could still do that because you love your special effects. He's become very well versed in video editing.
I am very well versed and learning more at the same time. I don't have any cameras going, so there's no way I can do it at this point in time.
No, not this time there, because, it's late night on a Monday, and I just came back from yoga, and we just ate, dinner late, so we were just like, okay.
Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Bye. Thank you for listening to Sex Positive Me. If you like our content, please like, subscribe, and review us. You can find us on social media platforms at Sex Positive Me or on our website at sexpositiveme.com. You can also reach me on all social media platforms as Miss Angelique Luna.
And you can find me at John C. Luna. And if you liked content like this and want some more, please subscribe to our monthly newsletter. And thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.